Hello to all. Welcome back to another session. So today we are going to talk another topic or a new topic uh, or the new chapter, that is the sexual reproduction of flowering plant. Okay. So as you know that R.H. Whitaker, which proposed the five kingdom classification, five kingdom system, and that is Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. And in this Plantae, or in plant kingdom classification, here the angiosperm, there is the here it is dominant king means division. In this angiospermic plant, that is also known as flowering plant, we are going to discuss the detailed structure of this flower, their different parts, their functions, and then pre-fertilization. Pre-fertilization means the structure of these gametes, means how the male and female gametes are produced by microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis. And next about double fertilization. Dual fertilization, this is the characteristics of only angiosperm. And next, post fertilization changes, means after the fertilization, means after the formation of this zygote, here the embryo and endosperms are formed, and how this embryo are formed in case of monocot and dicot. Okay, means development of monocot and dicot embryo, and development of endosperm also. And next, apart from this, here some terms means we'll learn some terms like apomixis, apospory, polyembryony, parthenogenesis. Okay, clear? Flowers are basically used for the formation of this scent and perfume. Clear? And this flower, this is most attractive part of this plant. And this flower is the sexual part also, means in this plant two parts are there, first one vegetative part and next sexual part. So flower is the most sexual part. Clear? So in this chapter we are going to discuss about the morphology, structure and process of the sexual reproduction of this flowering plant. Okay, flower. Flower is the fascinating organ of this angiosperm. Fascinating means what? This is most attractive organ of this angiosperm. What is the function of this flower? This flower, it is most aesthetic, ornamental, social, religious and cultural value. Okay, and this is also the symbol of love, affection and happiness. Clear? Here one question is that list at least 5 flowers of ornamental value that are commonly cultivated at homes and in garden. Find out the names of 5 more flowers that are used in social and cultural celebration of your family. So you can means write down the answer. This answer, it may be rose, marigold, jasmine, hibiscus, water lily, etc. And do you know about this floriculture? What is floriculture? Floriculture, it is nothing but the culture or cultivation of this flower, cultivation of different type of flower. Clear? Next, we'll discuss about the pre-fertilization. That is here the structure and events of the male and female reproductive organ. Okay. So look at, and this is the LS of flower. And in this LS of flower, this is also considered as the complete flower because all these parts of the flower are present, like sepal, petals, stamen, here and this filament and anther. Both are collectively known as stamen and pistil. Okay, pistil means here it is ovary, style and stigma. Okay, here the sepals. Collectively, this sepal is known as calyx. Okay, here petals. All these petals that forms the corolla. Next, the stamens means the anther and filament. They form the stamen. So, group of the stamen that forms the androecium, and androecium is the most main here is the male reproductive part. And next, pistil or carpel means ovary, style and stigma, which forms the pistil. Then group of this pistil or carpel, it forms the gynoecium. Okay, here what is pistil? What is the difference between pistil and gynoecium? In this ovary here, the chambers are there. It may be 2, 3, 4, or 5 chambers are present. Okay, and in each chamber the ovules are present. Means inside this ovary ovules are present. So only one chamber, then style, and only one stigma. Here is known as pistil or carpel. And total the chamber of this means ovary means here in case of hibiscus 5 chambers are there. Okay, 5 chambers are there. So only one chamber, style, and stigma, only one stigma. It is from the carpel. And total chamber and style and total stigma, it forms the gynoecium. So here the male reproductive organ, that is known as androecium. This is the androecium. And the female reproductive organ, that is the gynoecium. Okay, so this one, here it is androecium, and female, that is gynoecium. Okay, next here another thing is that in case of means prior to flowering, how this flowering occurs in case of plant, it depends upon the hormonal and structural changes. Okay, so due to hormones like florizin, like vanillin. Okay, so these hormones that induced for the flowering, and it induced for the formation of this floral primordium. Primordium means floral bud. Okay, later on this floral primordium, it forms the flower, and these flowers, it collectively forms the inflorescence. Okay, so inflorescence are formed which bears the floral buds and then flower. Means how this flower are formed? This flower, it forms before the formation of floral bud, and the floral bud, it collectively forms the inflorescence. Okay, this is all about the hormonal and structural changes. Means after this hormonal and structural changes, then only flowering occurs and it forms the inflorescence. Okay, next we are talking about detailed structure of stamen and detailed structure of anther. So as you know that this is the structure of this stamen, which consists of two parts, anther and filament. The long slender portion is known as filament. This is the anther. Here is anther. And next, this anther and filament is connected by connective. So this portion, this is known as connective. Okay, what is the function of this connective? It mainly functions as a vascular organ. Vascular organ means through this water and food material, they conducted by this connective. Okay, so this is the filament, anther, filament, and then this swollen portion, this is known as, here it is, thalamus, and this part, the thalamus, where the petals are attached. Okay, so this one, the thalamus. Here is anther, filament, and this is the thalamus. Thalamus is the most proximal part, proximal end. And as you know that this one is the anther, stamen or filament, and this portion where it attaches to this ovary and attaches to these petals, this is known as thalamus. Okay, this number and length of this stamen are variable in this flower of different species. Means here this anther, the structure of this anther, the length of this filament, it vary from species to species. In some cases this is bilobed. Okay, in some cases here it is versatile. Okay, most of these cases it is bilobed, but here this structure of this anther, it is different. Means here in some cases here this filament, it arises from the basal region. In some cases this filament, it arises from the dorsal portion. In some cases this filament, it arises from the anterior portion, from this portion. Okay, so that it is different from species to species. So we have talked about this structure or two different part of stamen, that is filament and anther. Okay, next, what is the structure of this anther? Okay, So if you are taking this TS of this anther, this is a TS of this anther, then this anther is mostly bilobed. Bilobed means this is one lobe and this is another lobe. Okay, here this is one lobe and this is another lobe. Two lobes are there. Okay, two lobes are there, lobe first and lobe second, and in each lobe, here is the one lobe, and in each lobe two theca are there. Here is first and this is second, so two theca are there. Here also two theca are there. So here this is also known as dithecus. Dithecus or tetrahedron means total this anther is also known as bilobed, or in each lobe here, in each lobe having two theca. In each lobe, in this lobe, two theca are there, first and second. That is dithecus. This is dithecus. So total how many chambers are there? Total 4 chambers are there in bilobed anther. Bilobed anther. It looks like glass. 4 glasses are there. Okay. So this is lobe first and lobe second. In one lobe, two theca are there. Theca first, second. Okay. So total 4 theca are there. Okay. So this anther is tetrahedral. Tetrahedral in nature. And here what happened? This bilobe nature of this anther is very distinct in transverse section of this anther. It is very prominent. This anther is four-sided or tetragonal. More or less, this is also tetragonal or circular in nature, which consists of 4 microsporangia located at the kernel, 2 in each lobe. So what is microsporangia? Simply this microsporangia, that is the pre-developed pollen sacs. Means this microsporangia is further developed to form the pollen sac. Here this is microsporangia. This is another microsporangia. This is another microsporangia. Okay, and this microsporangia it later on develop the pollen sac. What is pollen sac? Sac means chamber. This chamber, pollen sac, pollen chamber, where the pollen grains are produced. The pollen chamber means where the pollen grains are produced. Okay. In next session, we'll discuss about detailed structure of microsporangia and the process of microsporogenesis, means how these pollen grains are produced. So please remember these terms like bilobed, what is bilobed, dithecus, okay, microsporangia, okay, and about this hormonal and structural changes and their example like floriculture. Okay, thank you.